up, oh my god, Tarot, and this is your, oh my goodness, she's shuffling things around. I was, and now I'm here. It's oh my god, Tarot, and this is your Who's Getting Blocked tarot card reading. We're gonna do a quick one with this reading, and I'm gonna shuffle away and give us some sort of vibe that's coming your way with the blockery, and then we'll hone in on who. Okay? And then we'll hit up the tarot for your regular spread. And if you'd like your own personal reading, check out the description. There's a link to my website. Lego. All right, so your first card coming up here. Gosh! Mars. Oh, really, Mars? You're going to show up here all willy-nilly now? Your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Mars energy running hot. Now we could be talking about Aries or Scorpios because Mars rules these signs. Now with Mars, I feel like, yeah, we think aggression, we think conflict, but also we think boldness. Like we think courageousness, somebody who has that fierce energy to them. And it's not necessarily this is who they are as a whole, but this is a part of their character that is highlighted relative to you and this situation. So they're getting blocked because, hey yo, you run hot, okay? You may have acted impulsively, okay? This person they may get mad, say something they don't mean. There's room for forgiveness under that circumstance because if they're a habitual hot runner, then you know what it is. Oh, so I lost my temper that one. Come on, I'm sorry, you know? But it feels like one of them, I snapped, or I had a moment. I had a moment of, hey yo, what are you doing? Okay, fine. It's the right circumstance to be blocked, you know? Sometimes it can be for private, personal reasons, or, you know, friendly reasons. I want to protect you from this. But there's some aggression here. There's aggression here. Then we have Aquarius energy. Okay, so this person could be an Aquarius, giving us that individualistic, peculiar energy that the Aquariuses usually do. They're visionaries, they're revolutionaries, and so their perspective is always going to seem super unique, and maybe even not so unique, but the way that they do seems unique. Like they just carry themselves a little bit differently, and only they understand what they're talking about because Aquarius, you're on your own in this one. Anyways, this is an air sign. The energy is freedom loving, rebellious, idealistic, and technological. So already we have somebody who's almost in the midst of dealing with people who don't understand them, which increases the room for conflict, if I'm being honest. But this also is a very single, individualistic, and independent person with a broad network of people. Okay, so, hey yo. Then we have Aries. Aries making a cameo appearance. All right, so this is that feisty energy I was talking about. And the energy around you is dynamic and spontaneous. Crusading impulsive action is likely. Okay, go off with your Mars self. You like Mars. Well, this person is giving us a lot of aggression. We're giving us a lot of aggression, and blockerization may happen under the circumstances of competition. Because Aries are very ambitious, they're trailblazers, and so they're prone to getting jealous quite a bit. Especially if they're in that individualistic energy, like with Aquarius. Because Aquarius is like, I'm not explaining myself, I'm just doing my own thing, you know? And then Aries is like, I want everybody to see what I'm doing my own thing. Like, look at me, you know? And don't look at that other person, what are you doing? Type energy. Bold. You know, a little bit of audacity there. But fiery energy, it can also be very exciting, and especially with that Aquarius element, in just enhancing the flames, in unique, like blue flames and green flames, adding some sort of uniqueness to it. Maybe this person's just, hey, they're just mad. They're just upset. They're just competitive. They're just ambitious. They're just impulsive. So let's have a look at what the tarot says about this person being blocked. Ooh! So we have the Four of Pentacles to start, and this is about being reserved and holding back. So again, that is kind of blocking what blocking is about. Like, you can't see this, you can't see that. So hey, you might even be partially blocked because there is something tangible that this person doesn't want you to know. So that's really interesting. I feel like there's also a little bit of a blah feeling under the I'm holding back my secrets, or I'm holding back money that I have, or I'm holding back some information that I have. That this person is doing it very intentionally, and this person is doing it because they feel very, not feelings of joy, how about that? Not feelings of joy. I wonder if, this could work vice versa. If you're holding back, you have some secrets or have some things that you'd rather just be reserved about. When it comes to this person, you don't want to share it. Maybe you feel the intensity and you don't know if it's good or bad yet, so you're like, I'm gonna lean on the side of caution here. We have the King of Cups in reverse. This is emotional manipulation at its finest. A king who understands how people are going to react and feel, and then they use it to their advantage. And they also have the resources to, they have the influence to do that. So that's a little bit of so I feel like this person is not full-blown orchestrating your perception of reality, because that would be very gaslighty, but I feel like there's something this person is holding back, and they're really privy to your emotions and your reactions and stuff, so they may be very cognizant of that and just be like, well, when I think about how you're going to react, or I think about your emotions, they might get fiery real quick. I might want to be reserved about this information that I'm sitting on. So, hey, is you emotional, or is that, it could be a balance of both. They could be emotionally manipulative, but like in the same vein, they can see flames. They know when flames are, for they are flames. So, this can work multiple ways here. Then we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. And the Knight of Cups is giving us a similar type of energy of the King of Cups. Of course, it is descending into some, like the muscle behind the operation. And so there's action behind this person's behavior. Like there's emotional reasons for their behavior, their action, them holding back. Maybe is it because a lot of it has to do with their feelings and their impulsive reactions? Does it have to do with jealousy as well? Feels like it. Feels like it's about something going on that is actually tangible, that is happening, that this person may or may not want you to know, because someone might get upset. Somebody might get angry. Maybe this person is just interested in doing their own thing, and they don't want, they don't want any drama, but they know that if this person found out and that person found out, there would be drama. So they're going to be emotionally manipulative in the sense that whatever is beneficial to the peace, to the emotional flora, because the King of the Cups, they care about the emotion, the spirituality, the connection, the intangible things. But there might be straight up another person in the mix, or a family, but it's something that is their routine or regular with. So if they're visiting you on weekends, they have a home. If they're if they're blocked because you called them a doo-doo head, just know it's because you have a crush on their best friend and they secretly like you. There's an emotional reason behind this, and it's about the feeling that they get. This is why mans are out here getting blocked. It's either you getting blocked or it's either you blocking them, and here's what's the traction between you. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. Either you or them don't see a future, or not as in like I don't see a future possible, but it's like I don't know how I could see it. I don't know how this is gonna work. And slowly detaching and slowly trying to fade away. But it's just like, I feel like it's the thinking about it that's the beginning of it. Like practically on paper, can this relationship work? Can this situation between the two of us work? And I feel like there's a lot of doubt with that. I feel like on paper, this person is realizing that they may not like you, or you might be going through that yourself. You might be able to see that there is some sort of emotional manipulation if you have experience with this person. And you might feel like, I don't know if in the long run I can trust what this person says. Because again, they run hot, they're impulsive, they're reactive, they're explosive. They're always daring to do something, they're always starting something. So that might be an issue for you in the long run. And Pentacles / air signs usually think in the long run. So this is about decision making overall. Do you, at the end of the day, after all this drama, after all this, that, and the other thing, do you really even want this person around you? That's what I think. That's where we're going. That's where we're going in assessment of this relationship. And I feel like that's why we got to the blocking. So the Wheel of Fortune is, I feel like is a bright side, because my impression here now is that you guys at first were like, no man, I love this person. This person is awesome. Oh my God, if only they'd make eye contact with me. And you've realized some you ain't moments about this person, and you're starting to feel like, maybe they want me more than I want them, because I don't like. But it takes a while for you to get into the realization of that, because you know, if you've been especially if you've been lusting after this person for a long time or any time, but if you are lusting after them, which is very Marsy, by the way, very Mars energy, lust, sexual passion. But if you have, and the tides change, that's what I'm trying to, represent here with the Wheel of Fortune that shows up here, is that things change. Things that were once ain't that way now. And that when I was super into you back, like then, we're in a place where I am barely hanging on. And sometimes you have to kind of cue your mouth up to that conditioning, because you're like, I'm so used to like wanting you and seeing no wrong, but like I've seen so much wrong, I'm like, I can't even, you know what, deuces, or hey, let's work this out, whatever it is you want to do. I'll unblock you in 6 months or whatever the hey you want to do. But feels like the blocking comes from, it's like somebody that you added, and then now you're in a place where you're like, nah, can't see my posts. Somebody who lusted for a long time, but their impulsive, brash behavior led them to the other side of the block, and it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. If you're getting blocked, if you're sending out the blocking, at least it's done while somebody's upset, while somebody's feeling fiery. Because if you're just gonna casually block me for no reason, it's just like, what did I do? Are you gonna unblock me anytime? What happened? But anyways, there it is. That is your reading. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, share the video, and if you'd like your own personal reading, check out the description. There's a link to my website, as well as a link to my Etsy shop. Oh wait, no there isn't. Not yet. Not yet. I'm working on that Etsy shop. Fingers crossed. No, actually, I'm going to launch a website, and I'm hoping for January 1st. Maybe a little before. I don't know. Anyways, I'm working it out right now, and then you can get back to purchasing my delicious soy candles and home fragrances. Ooh. So, yeah, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.